experiment was begun by a scientist who discovered, quite by accident, these signals being sent. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered.
A kill list was intercepted. It says everyone in this room will be dead. You're number 2 on the list. Well, who's number 1?
An unknown, a civilian.
Lookoutfa Charlie.
I want him down.
It is a full-time job for the powers that be to keep science and the paranormal well separated and on opposite sides of the spectrum. They do not want people putting pieces together, making links, and realizing what's actually going on. Before we even get into this, I just want to say I don't care about your opinions of the paranormal. I don't care about your views of the veil, the thinning of the veil. I don't care. Heard it all my life. I don't care. I'm trying to simplify things. I'm trying to break things down for people, to help people, to make it less scary for them if they're experiencing something like this. You are muddying the waters, and you are slowing down the progress of the human race. Fuck off and go somewhere else. But yeah, it is a full-time job to keep these two things separated. But they are very, very much related. I want to talk about people experiencing things being shoved, being pushed, and all these different scenarios that occur in haunted houses or electronic harassment scenarios. It's all the same thing. There's no difference. Long time ago, I was walking down my hallway, and out of nowhere, it felt as though I fell through the floor. Just the sensation that I was falling through the floor, right? 15 minutes later, it felt like somebody put their hand behind my head and shoved my head. And that was crazy, because it literally felt like somebody pushed my melon. Had they happened separately, it would have been a completely different scenario. But they happened within 15 minutes of each other. And that was kind of a dead giveaway that this had something to do with the ears. Had nothing to do with somebody actually shoving the head or falling through the floor. It was an illusion. It was just an illusion. Now, why did it happen? I don't know. But I'm telling you that both of them happened, and both of them are related. And if it was intentional, then it was a big screw up, because it gave the magic trick away. And it doesn't stop with just the sensation of falling or having your head shoved. It can literally feel like people are being pushed, manipulated, controlled, etc. And it is all through the ears. All through the ears. Your ears are basically like a gyroscope that keeps your head and your body balanced. And a simple burst of electromagnetic energy, of electrical energy, of frequency, infrasound or ultrasound can cause that to happen. And depending on how you are hit and where you are hit, it can create a myriad of different sensations and feelings, which can actually cause you to be shoved, and it will feel like you are shoved. Now imagine that somebody puts a hit out on somebody. Let's just say, hypothetically, that somebody puts a hit out on somebody, and somebody uses this technology and monitors when the person is near the stairs and hits this person when they are at the top of the stairs. It will appear as though they fell down the stairs if they died. If not, and the person comes to, and they say, it felt like I was shoved, they'll just say, oh, well, it was paranormal, or something like that. It's ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous. But it is possible. And someone might think that a scenario like that is far-fetched, but it is totally easy with Zigbee-style systems and other systems, and just simple triggers to know where a person is approximately in their house, even if they can't see. They don't need cameras. That's a thing of the past. So there's a myriad of ways that something like this could be done. In a haunted house scenario, you can do it anywhere, and the person thinks they're being tormented by a demon or a ghost. And a fast, short burst pulse of this energy to the ears, to the inner ears, will cause this to happen. And you will go flying, and you will believe that you have been shoved or thrown by a demon or a ghost. and people talk about it all the time. And they'll say things like, I felt hands. Well, that can happen too. And I've talked about it in other videos. All of these sensations are attainable through science, and that is why they are trying to keep one far away from the other. And they are using this technology right now in virtual reality and trying to intensify the experience of virtual reality, which is bullshit because the virtual reality that they're aiming for is far different than a video game. And there may be people out there going, no, 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 no. You're at the wrong channel. Just split. Get out of here. I'm trying to take the oomph and the fear out of something for people. So, let's talk about the inner ear for a minute.
So what exactly is going on inside your ear? Turns out a whole lot. The sensory information about motion, about equilibrium, about spatial orientation, all of this information goes from your vestibular system to your brain. And in each ear, you have what constitutes the vestibular system, which is what I just highlighted with that rectangle. It's 3 semicircular canals that are at right angles to one another, and they take care of detecting rotational movement.
Now, this woman is giving a TED Talk, a lecture on controlling people via their ears and or creating sensations or virtual reality via their ears. So, I was just showing you in another video that it is all frequency, the magic tricks, all the bullshit. This is just affirming that it is all the same bag of tricks. You only need one system, and you need to fine-tune that to create all these different sensations, magic tricks, and scare tactics for people, whether that be haunted houses, demon-infested houses, or electronic harassment scenarios. RF targeting. This is the important part. Now listen to what she is saying.
Another thing we can do in VR, which is what I started to talk about, is remote control people. Basically, how can we steer people using GPS? And if you watch in the video, the person actually intends to walk straight, but they end up turning quite smoothly.
Now pay attention to that. She goes to her left. And many people that experience stuff like this fall to the left, go to the left. It's always to the left. So this is all related.
And that happens, well, there's a prerequisite for it, that you need to be looking down when you do apply GPS. So if they had been looking up and we had applied GPS, they would have staggered. And that almost feels like somebody's pushing you. That doesn't feel comfortable.
Feels like somebody is pushing you. Now, imagine fine-tuning that to feel like a shove, throwing you, and you actually physically move, and you believe it is ghosts, demons, or invisible government agents in your house. People need to put this together, take the oomph and the fear out of it.
It's all fun and it's pretty interesting, but what else can GPS do, right? Volta didn't stick electrodes in his ears just for the sake of doing so. What he wanted to do was see how stimulating the ear could be done electrically. He wanted to see how it would impact hearing. Similarly, other researchers in the 1800s, they also tried using vestibular stimulation to see if it would fix deafness or if it would cure other diseases.
Now that's important because it's always to fix something. They always say that this research is to fix something, to help the blind, to help the deaf, to help somebody, to help amputees, helping people who suffer from critical thinking syndrome to become happier and more productive. You know, it's just ridiculous because it always ends up getting turned and weaponized on people. And that is why they keep this big divide between paranormal and science, because they don't want people putting this together. Now, this is pretty funny because when you put it all together as a bag of tricks, listen to what she says here.
Scientists are starting to use GPS, trying to see how really low levels of stimulation can actually impact higher order brain function. things like tactile sensation, face recognition, and even memory.
Are people going to put this together, or are you going to stay in your cave holding a torch? All of these sensations, all of these demonic pushes and shoves that people feel are all from the same bag of tricks of everything that is covered on this channel. Get out of the cave. That's it for now. Look out for Charlie. They're just frequencies, dude. Man-made frequencies. That's it.
No! No, 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 no! No! Not this fucking time! No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way!
What the son of a bitch thinks? I want him dead.